Welcome in for another festive episode of Phone It In right here on Sobros Network. Mine's right, ass is tight as we tackle episode 87 for you today. It is a tradition unlike any other around these parts. It is the annual Halloween Creepy Reddit Stories episode. This is where Rooster and I scour the bowels of Reddit to try and find the freakiest, most unsettling stories that are supposed to be true. And we can take posters at their
Allegedly.
word.
Yeah.
They are allegedly true stories, and we like to share them on this show. This is the 6th year that we are doing this.
Is it really?
Sixth episode of creepy Reddit stories here on Phone It In.
I cannot believe we've even been doing this that long.
I can't either. Like I stopped to think. I mean, creepy Reddit stories aside, just 6 years of Phone It In now.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah,
it is kind of wild to think about, but here we are. So, if you're watching live with us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, wherever, feel free to jump into the comment section and weigh in on the stories we have to share today. I guess I should also tell people that I'm the host of the show, Stony Keeley, at Stony Keeley on Twitter, at Sobros Network, and SobrosNetwork.com. And she is the cryptid queen, Rooster. Rooster, how are you doing today?
Pretty good, actually.
That's good. It's Halloween week. It's only a few days away.
Yeah.
Do you have any plans for the big day?
No.
We're just passing out candy. I think Brandon's gonna bring his kid over to go trick or treating in our neighborhood, and so we're gonna have them over.
It is hard to find a good neighborhood for that.
I'll probably, since I don't have work, it's on a Friday this year, I will probably drink too much and
work the next day. I was like, were you not working on Friday?
No. Sorry, I don't have work on Saturday, so I'll probably drink a little too much, which I usually do on Halloween anyway. Usually throw something in the crock pot, just
You'll
nice
be
and
able
simple.
to now.
Yeah,
You'll
I
be
know.
off your meds.
Yeah, I had 2 more nuclear antibiotics. I did have 2 garage beers on the antibiotics on Saturday.
How'd it go?
It did not go well.
Yeah.
It did not go well. I had two beers, and I thought they'll be out of my system by the time I take my antibiotic tonight. So I had 2 beers at the Lyons household. Fantastic barbecue on Saturday. I mean, smoked sirloin, smoked pork butt, smoked chicken, all kinds of meat. So good. And I was like, I was not strong enough to resist the temptation. They were passing out garage beers, and I took one. I thought, well, it's the lightest beer possible. I'll drink 2 of these. It'll be out of my system. And then we went to Boo at the Zoo, walked around 6,000 steps, and then went to Taco Bell. And I ate Taco Bell and took my antibiotic, and I thought my chest was going to explode that night.
Yeah, that sounds like a rough combination.
Very, very sick, and my feet were hurting from all the walking.
Yeah.
So it was terrible. It was terrible. And then a side effect of these antibiotics, which I had never heard of before, is that they cause joint pain. So I'm already tired from walking around the zoo so much. I'm a little dehydrated because I drank a couple of beers and an apple cider at the zoo. That's all I had in my system at the time. Some Diet Pepsi from Taco Bell. So I'm like dehydrated, my feet hurt, and then I take this antibiotic and I can just feel my pulse in my knees and elbows. So
that's weird. Is that like inflammation?
I don't know. I mean, I would guess so, but I'm very thankful to only have 2 of those pills left to take, and then I'm gonna make an ass out of myself.
Yeah, that's very good news.
And then the infection will probably come back, and I'll have to go back to the emergency room.
Don't say that.
I'm just kind of, I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
The swelling has not gone down completely, and I'm about out of antibiotics, so just like don't know what's going to happen. But
what if it's just perpetually swollen?
I just have like a
nut.
A large left nut for the rest of my life. Maybe I can just go back to him and be like, hey, I would like to choose to get rid of this testicle now.
Man.
It sucks.
I wonder if they come in different sizes.
I don't like, do they match it to my right one?
Right.
Or do they just put whatever they have lying around in there?
There's a ping pong ball.
Say just pop a ping pong ball in there. I'm sure.
That seems appropriate for you, though.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
You know, like if you had to pick something to replace your testicle.
It probably would be a ping pong ball.
Mhm.
But I don't know, it's still kinda hard, you know?
Yeah, and that would crush
You
pretty
need
easily.
something like somebody's eyeball in there.
Could you imagine having like a dented ping pong ball?
I can't. Put a golf ball in there.
Oh my god.
It's just
Well,
like
that might be
rock
really
hard.
heavy.
Yeah. Then I could get a testicle bra.
That's true.
When I was
Yeah.
in the hospital, they did tell me they could put my balls in a sling, which I don't know how that works. Just tie it around my waist and get a little support there, but
Yeah, is it just like tight underwear?
yeah.
I would kind of imagine that's all it is.
Yep. Yep. So
Or a cup. I've never seen a cup, so I don't know.
I
I
haven't
don't
either.
actually know how that functions.
Yeah, I don't either. So that's where I'm at today. What I'm living through.
Yeah.
But we're here to talk about creepy things we found on Reddit. So I don't know, there's not a lot of introduction to this topic needed. I
No.
feel like
You just kind of
because
launch into a story.
yeah, I mean it's not like, oh, well, what made you choose this topic? Well,
Right.
because we do it every year the week of Halloween.
Mhm.
What do you have a favorite story that we've done?
Honestly, the one that I can only really remember 2
Mm,
that stand out, and it's obviously your hunter and creepy cryptid thing in the woods. Um, and
it could have been a skinwalker.
mhm. And then one I did, which was just somebody it was like a doppelganger for their grandma, I think.
Yeah, that was
It
a good
was
one.
it
I
was
forgot
like
about that.
hearing their grandma call their name. Yeah.
But their grandma wasn't home or something
I
like
don't think
that.
she was home.
Yeah, that was
That was a good one.
pretty cool. Yeah. So let's jump right in then. I'll go first because I think this year it feels like it gets progressively more difficult each year to find good stories because so much of Reddit is just shit now to begin with, but then also like it's really hard to decipher what's a true story, quote unquote, versus what is like a creepy pasta that someone has written and shared. Um, and even in the subreddits where it's like, no, it's only true stories. Don't post anything fiction. Well, like, how do you police that? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
So
there's obviously subs that are just for made up stories. And then there's subs where it is supposed to be real. And
yeah. So what I tried to do was assess the quality of writing
mm,
because I figure if it reads like fiction, it probably is fiction. Like, I don't want to read, somebody trying to recount the tale of a ghost haunting them is likely not going to have tight, clean prose if they're
yeah.
not a writer.
Yeah.
So,
If it's too novel like, it's like, yeah, I
yeah,
don't believe you.
I
They
don't
could just
believe
be a
this.
good writer, but then it's like that works against them.
Yeah, yeah. So I picked a few this year that I was like, yeah, this sounds like this person is not
An idiot.
not an idiot, but
Uh
just this person is not a natural writer. And I
yeah.
think that kind of helped me. So all right, well, we brought 3 stories to the
Oh,
table
wait, can I ask
each.
you a question first?
Yeah, yeah, ask me a question.
Um, do you pick them off of creepy subs or how do you hunt for the stories?
I try to find the creepy subs, and I had quite a few bookmarked that look like they had been like overrun with like not bot activity, but like people promoting stuff. Like, here's my YouTube video about this, and I'm like, I don't want to watch your fucking YouTube video. I just want to read a story. Or it was like I went into it and the last post was like 6 years ago, and it was
Mm.
a story that I read on the show.
Mhm.
So I'm like, okay, well, this like people aren't paying attention to this, and I think it's partly like what we talked about with dead internet theory. Like I feel like there's just been like there's a mass exodus from Reddit. Like there's not as many users as there were before, and the effect of that is that some of these subs that I go to just don't get the action anymore.
Yeah,
So
or like
that was
people just
kind of
start sounding like bots anyway.
yeah. And I mean, there were a couple that I read and was like, "Oh, that's pretty good," but it sounds also factor in that this is year 6 and I'm like, "Oh, that sounds like one that I read a couple years ago. I feel
I
like
try
I've
and
done
look at
something like
stuff that
that."
from the past year because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna remember if I read it or you read it. So it's like,
Well, I mean, even like thematically, it's like, okay, this is another story where I think I might have even picked one this year and actually ran with it, but it's like our mom's over there and we're talking to her, but then mom walks out from the back of the room and it's kind of like the granny story where it's like you're talking to granny, but granny ain't
I
there.
keep burping, so I'm just muting myself constantly. But
Okay, good.
yeah, there's a lot of doppelganger stories. That is a
Yeah.
common one.
Which is interesting. So I went with this year, I went with, let me see, which ones did I actually narrow my list down to? I went one that is kind of real life freaky. Like sometimes like the real actual shit can be scarier than what
Yeah.
your brain imagines kind of deal.
Mhm.
I went with one, I did go with a doppelganger one, and then another one that I don't even know what I would classify it as, but it's
I think I
pretty
have a doppelganger one too.
doppelgangers. I mean, listen, it's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
So it fits the bill. But
I take mine from Ask Reddit, the Ask Reddit sub. I always
I
look
found
for what's the scariest thing you've ever seen, stuff like
I've
that.
I found one of those threads.
I
We
hope
might have the
we
same.
have the same stories. I hope we just read the same 3 stories. Oh no.
I found one and was like, "Oh, this seems like a really good thread where like people aren't trying to be overly dramatic. They're just explaining what's happening to them." There were a couple that was like I started reading it and it was like, it was I don't know what's flying around my face right now.
You're just
It's
swiping
like
at the camera.
it was the 17th of October and the full moon rose high into the sky. And I'm like, this ain't fucking real.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Get the fuck
That's
out of
too
here.
much. That's too much.
I want the one that starts with, let me tell you what happened to my Aunt Kim.
Yeah, there needs to be some stupid grammatical errors. You need to change tense. You need to
Yeah. Hmm.
like misspell shit.
Not know what things are called. You're just like,
Mhm.
oh, that one thing.
Mhm.
I don't know what it is, but
It has to read like you're having a conversation with somebody a little bit.
yeah. All right. Are we ready to dive in?
Yeah.
I'll go with my first one here. And I didn't write down any of the usernames, so doing great.
Very cool.
Gonna get sued for whatever that's called.
Okay. Gonna get sued for whatever.
Um
Oh my
this
god, I'm
just
so
happened, so
creepy.
bear with me here. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's how you start a story. This just happened, so bear with me here. So for the past few weeks, my outside dog, who's the sweetest dog ever and wouldn't hurt a fly, hasn't been wanting to go to sleep at night. See, this is what I'm saying. Like I'm buying this. I'm buying this.
Hasn't been wanting to go to sleep. Yeah, yeah.
And has been barking all night, every night. For context, he happily goes into a big spacious crate filled with his blankets, and this is in an air conditioned controlled environment. Anyways, as I said, he has been refusing to go in and just sits and barks at stuff and roams around the property barking at something that's been entering my property religiously for the same amount of time that he has been refusing to go to sleep. I don't know what that last sentence means. Hang on.
Exactly. This is perfect.
He has been refusing to go in and just sits and barks at stuff and roams around the property, barking at something that's been entering my property religiously for the same amount of time that he has been refusing to go to sleep. That's one sentence.
I don't think you need to
Um,
add like for the same amount of time that he's refusing to like yeah,
yeah,
he's refusing to go sleep because he's wandering around barking at something. We got it. Okay. Yeah,
didn't
this is not a bot.
Yeah. Hang on. I like Ross's comment here. I know when I'm spooked, I'm always sure to immediately check the moon phase so I can write about it.
Yep.
Exactly, Ross.
Yep,
That's
that's
what
the
we're talking
first thing
about
I'm
here.
looking for.
I also like that we're not even like 3 sentences into the first story and
And we're just
it's
making
not
fun of it. We do this every time, I swear. Every time we read a story off Reddit, we start making fun of it.
totally killing the ghost fires, the ghost stories around the campfire vibes. Okay, let's get to it. I've always just deduced that well, I'm reading it in a redneck voice either. I've always just
It sounds
deduced
well, no, that sounds appropriate.
that a coyote
Coyote, yeah.
or something is messing around in the yard, and this was my running theory until last night. So
Yeah.
rewind to last night. I exit my back door like usual to try and get him into his crate, and he refuses. So I figured he just doesn't want to since it's summer and the weather is nice. I returned inside, and not even 3 hours later, I was woken up by him barking and growling up a storm. So I tiredly put on my sandals and go outside, and he's in the backyard barking at something. I proceed to yell his name, and he comes running, and something proceeds to make a garbled noise and runs away. He comes running to me and sits at my feet, but when I try to take him to his crate, he gets in between my legs and refuses to let me go any further. This dog is heavy and strong, by the way, so he easily overpowers me. So I proceeded to get back inside and lock up to go to sleep again for the night, which, okay, something just ran away. I mean, I guess if you're in the woods, you're used to it. You think it's just a coyote or some animal he's chased
Something
off.
gargling though? I would think like
That's
a is that a turkey?
Yeah, I don't in the middle of the night, I don't know. I think I would have had my flashlight out trying to figure out what the fuck was going on.
Did this guy
Um,
say if he has a fenced yard and I
uh,
missed it? Like he's just
no,
letting his
it's
dog
not.
outside. Okay, he must just like be out
Yeah.
in the middle of nowhere.
So I woke up at approximately 8:30 a.m. and went outside to get my dog's food for the morning along with a fresh bowl of water, and I remembered what had gone on the night before, which I like, how is that not the first thing you think of when you wake? I guess he's just used to it
How do
because
you
he's
go to
doing it
sleep?
for a while. Yeah, I don't know.
I would not be going to sleep.
Yeah. Maybe this isn't a believable story. Maybe we're killing the
Just
credibility here.
poking holes constantly.
Yeah. So I decided to check out the yard since it was daytime, and as I was searching, I found something that seemed to be footprints leading toward the barn on my property. After leaving the whole day to sit and see what happens, After leaving the whole day to sit and see what happens, I decided to go in there, and there was a whole bunk up there, sleeping bag, food provisions, and a lot of other stuff. I called the police immediately, and they found the guy trying to get off my property.
Oh, I thought they found the guy trying to get off.
It's not a professional writer, okay? So
um,
that's one
so
of
they
those,
found the
like,
guy like trying to leave.
trying to escape. Yeah, that's I
Why did
see,
the
that's
guy
one of those.
gargle?
Well, no, maybe he was gone off that go-go juice in the middle of the
He
night,
was just
just
like
slurring
fucking with
his
the
words,
dog.
trying to fuck the dog. That's exactly right.
That's not what I was saying. Trying to fuck
Oh,
with the dog.
I thought that's what you said. But that's one of those cases where it's like, okay, I'm reading this and it feels like supernatural. I think I'm going I think we're going somewhere like cryptid, maybe alien, ghost with this. And then it's like, no, there's just a dude that's been living on this guy's property. And that's, I don't know, that kind of
That's a
made
good
me
one.
feel a little gross. Like,
Yeah.
ooh,
Yeah. Yeah.
God, that
Yeah. Yeah.
gave me chills on that one. So
I that makes me. I think I had one year where it was like they were on a camping trip and maybe there was somebody else out there or something. That's also a very common theme that you can
yeah,
find.
yeah. Oh
Um,
man, yeah. You did have a good one about some dudes camping and like some wild man coming after him or something like that. I should have
yeah, it
listened
was.
to the older episodes,
Yeah,
but yeah, here we are.
no, doesn't matter. I love that I have to read, and I'm very gassy. Should hope
Okay.
you're burping throughout it.
Mm,
Burping. I'm not. I'm not farting.
not yet anyway.
But so I'm gonna start with my real one.
Ooh, okay. I like this. We've
Yeah.
got a theme.
Yeah. Okay. I need some water first. Excuse me.
Okay. Well, no problem. It's not like we're live on the air or anything. Talking to our 65 people. 65 people watching along with us today. How
Thanks
about
for
that?
giving me that right before I start reading. Okay. So this is Nashville Park suicides.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, I found a local one for you.
Nashville Park suicides.
So this is from
Ooh.
old_significance 1675.
Okay.
This one is secondhand, but has been on my mind for a while. There's not much to it, but definitely gives me the creeps every time I remember it. I'm so sorry. A few years ago, I took a job at a state park in the Nashville Belmead area. I wasn't there long, only a few months. Early on, the groundskeeper, can't remember his actual job title, but he oversaw maintaining land ops. Groundskeeper sounds fine. See,
Yeah.
this is real, where somebody is like inserting bullet points that are irrelevant.
Don't know how to call things. Don't know what things are called.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So the groundskeeper took me on a tour of the park in an old Kawasaki Mule. The full park is divided into two parts and is made up of a few hundred acres of woods, trails, fields, a nature center, an equestrian center, and surprisingly, a cave system. I have no idea what park this is.
Belmead, Nashville. I'm wondering if it's one of the Warner parks out there.
But more surprising were some of the stories he started sharing while we were driving around. They seemed to get progressively more disturbing. The first was how a homeless person attacked a hiker with a machete sometime in the last few years,
Ugh.
which I found surprising because I thought that would be a huge story in the news.
Yeah.
But I guess the
100%.
person got away. Just goes to show how much crazy stuff happens you never hear about. Which brings to mind the many people who go missing in national parks every year.
Ooh, we've got a whole episode on that.
Yeah. Especially around cave systems.
Man, that's in our own backyard too.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know
And it's
that.
in a lot of Tennessee. There's a lot of
Yeah.
cave systems there. It's that limestone. We've talked about all of this. Okay. In the case of this park, people don't go missing, but apparently it is a popular destination for suicides. The groundskeeper talked about it like, oh, yeah, it happens all the time. Specifically, there are a bunch of WPA era gazebos scattered around the park. Some of them really tucked away in the woods and not near a path or anything, kind of odd. If I remember correctly, that's where many of the suicides have taken place.
My
Kind of
God.
sounds like a nice place to do it. Very different reactions.
Okay. I mean, it does sound lovely. I'm not taking that away.
But the story that stands out, a few years back, a park visitor was walking around and started approaching one of the gazebos, which was tucked away in a little wooded haven. As he got closer, he heard a man's voice laughing hysterically. Then it said, "Do it." When the hiker got closer, there was a woman who had blown her head off with a shotgun. No man to be found.
Fuck.
The voice he had heard was just disembodied.
What?
And the groundskeeper told me that. I remember getting quiet and he was like, maybe I shouldn't have told you that. Haha. The story checked out when I mentioned it to other folks who worked in the park, though. Again, not much to this story, just gives me the creeps until this day. I realized it would make more sense if the hiker also heard a gun go off. I'm just relaying what the groundskeeper told me. I don't know how or why a hiker slash bystander would make up a disembodied voice. That would be super strange. Anyway, the discovery of the body is harrowing enough. So he didn't hear the gunshot. He only heard a voice. So that person had been dead for some time because you would.
Ooh, that gave me the chills.
Yeah.
That's a weird one.
Yeah, it's weird. So it's like,
that's a good
did
one.
Did he hear a ghost?
Yeah.
Either way, he still found somebody with their head blown off and didn't hear the gunshot. But anyway.
I don't know how to explain that one away. Yeah, let's go right now.
Let's just go try. It'd be like Stand By Me. Like, let's go see a dead body. Just try and find all the gazebos.
Oh, that makes my tummy hurt a little bit. I feel gross about that one. That's I mean, it's sad,
Mhm.
and it's I don't know, like, putting myself in that situation, I would turn and run, I think.
I think I would throw up. I really don't wanna see I hate gore. I cannot watch gory movies. Like, if
Yeah.
I stumbled across something really horrific with the human body, I think I would be throwing up,
I think I might throw up too. I'd be throwing up and just running into the wind, so
running while throwing up.
it would just be coming back on me. I'd just
Yeah.
be covered in puke. Oh, that's a man, I don't know, I know it's not appropriate to do this, but I'm like, there's a really good short story idea in there. Like, how do we turn this around? But,
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
all right, here's a good one. All right,
Okay.
since we're talking about doppelgangers, I'll get that one out of the way. This is from user I don't know
Stop,
because I
that's gonna
didn't
be
write
my
it
next
down.
one too. We're just following the same pattern.
Okay, I'm gonna start the sentence and you tell me if it's the same story. I've had many experiences, but I'll tell you one that freaked me out.
No, you're good.
Okay. All right, here we go. Also a good sentence to tell me, okay, this person's not a writer. I've had many experiences, but I'll tell you one that freaked me out
Yeah,
because
that's very natural speaking voice.
I wasn't the only witness. I was about 12 years old and I was talking with my dad in his room. My mom was in the closet with the lights off, but we could clearly see her folding clothes. Well, during me and my dad's conversation, he had asked my mom something, but to no reply. It's another cue, but to no reply. Come on,
I
grammar.
think I have read this one.
We probably crawled down the same hole then.
How old
Yeah,
is that one? I wonder if I've read that one before. I've read
I
that
don't know.
I feel like I've read that one, but not recently. Like, maybe I actually just read it and didn't didn't do it on the anyway, sorry. You just no one remembers. Go for it.
Well, during me and my dad's conversation, he had asked my mom something, but to no reply. He eventually got to the point where he started to yell. I got up and stepped into the closet, but then I heard my mom walk into the room and ask why he was yelling her name. I looked at her and she had a towel wrapped around her. I quickly looked back into the closet and saw nothing, absolutely nothing. This obviously creeped me and my dad out. Whatever we saw, it wasn't my mom. Whatever it was, it had her shape and even the bun. My mom always had her hair in a bun. I would have completely thought this was my imagination if it weren't for my dad also being there and seeing it too. Don't
I
love that.
unmuted it just so you could hear my throat gurgle. Um,
Oh, good. Thank you.
no, I didn't
Added
do that on
effect.
purpose. I hate that. I may
That's
have read that and thought it was too short. That definitely is
yeah.
I know I've read that story, but not like out loud. I just know I've seen it.
I yeah, that is I mean, I don't know how to explain that one if we're talking about both this 12-year-old and father seeing this thing.
Yeah, both of them. But
But
like,
in the
because my first
closet,
question is like, why is she doing it in the closet with the light off?
yeah, I mean, that should have told you guys.
Hmm.
I mean, something's
Like, how
off.
dark is the closet? Like, are they just seeing a shadow of her standing there, like the silhouette? I guess.
Well, he mentions the bun,
Yeah,
even had her bun
the shape of her, which comes off a little icky. The
a little
shape of
bit.
my
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah, I don't yeah, that's
You just
a
say
bit much.
silhouette, but that's how you know they're not a writer.
Yeah. So, I don't
The
know.
shape of my mom. Like, I just keep thinking like the shape of water, but it's like the shape of my mom. This is stupid.
Yeah. So, that's my that's my second story.
Short and
Uh,
sweet.
yeah.
Okay, so my next one is a doppelganger one too. And this was taken from what's the creepiest, most unexplainable thing you've ever seen with your own eyes that still haunts you to this day?
Ooh,
Um,
it's a good
ask Reddit. And this
Promising
was
start.
from Kate Monster 89, my birth year. Hell
How
yeah,
about
Kate.
that?
Um, I have a brother who is 8 years older than me. My mom used to talk about a creepy, grinning version of my brother that she and a babysitter saw when he was little.
Ooh.
It seemed to age with him, and my mom saw him multiple times. The babysitter saw him once and freaked the fuck out. I saw him when I was in high school.
Ugh.
My brother worked multiple jobs and was gone a lot. To help out and make some extra cash, I would clean his room and do his laundry for him each week. That's gross. Don't do your teenage brother's laundry. Oh,
No.
he's 8 years older, so he's probably not coming into socks anymore.
Okay.
Sorry. I grew up with older brothers. I would not do their fucking laundry.
I wouldn't either. I'm not doing anybody's laundry but my
Yeah.
own.
Yeah. I was about to say you're an orphan.
I'm an orphan. No.
You're an only child.
Yeah,
I'm drinking. Um,
I'm an orphan.
I would usually stay up late Saturday nights to watch Mad TV and SNL while folding laundry. I started feeling like I was being watched, but my brother was at work and everyone else was asleep. When I turned to look, there was my brother peeking around the wall of the hallway at me with a super creepy grin on his face. All I could see were his hands holding the wall and his head sticking out around the corner, but that
Ugh.
grin was freaky. I hate it.
I hate that too.
Like just with a creepy little grin. Oh, I hate
I'm
it.
just picturing like the big, like all the way up, unnatural.
Yeah, like Smile, like the movie or
Yeah,
something. Like a
yeah.
really creepy grin, and somebody just who even peeks around corners like that?
I don't know if they're up to something, some
Ah.
kind of antics going on.
I instantly thought my brother was messing with me, so I said something along the lines of, fuck off, and looked back to the TV. Then I remembered that he wasn't even home, and the hairs on my arm stood up. I looked back and he was gone. But the next morning, I told my mom what I had seen, and she just nodded in understanding.
I
It
don't
was
love that.
It was almost as freaky as the times I would catch something out of the corner of my eye or hear something late at night and try to ignore it, only for my dog to start growling and facing the same direction. That house had some weird shit sometimes.
Man, fuck that.
And just that, like, multiple people have just like, yeah, he's got a doppelganger that just is in the house.
And he smiles real creepy at you.
The creepy grin, man.
Someone,
Anyway,
what happens if you engage in that? Like if you're not scared of it, like somebody should trap the
like, what if you
doppelganger.
just fucking ran at it?
Yeah,
Like, you just started sprinting at the creepy thing grinning around the corner. And, like, what if you caught it?
it just kicked it.
Yeah, it's probably a pussy. You just start kicking the shit out of it.
Or it's you realize you just murdered your brother.
Why murder? You just like I was just thinking like punching his face in.
Mm.
It's not necessarily murder.
Well, I mean, depends on how hard you kick him in the head, I guess. I don't know. That is terrifying.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
That's a good one. That
Yeah, I
actually
always know it's a pretty decent one when it gives me chills reading it, and I'm like, oh,
that
I
gave
hate it.
that gave me chills too. That was pretty good. All right, well, we're already to my last one.
Is your
This
last one a
is
cryptid one?
I don't know what you would. It's a ghost,
Okay.
maybe a little bit of possession, maybe it's a little witchy. It's very weird.
Nice.
Um, excuse me. This is from user I don't know. I'm going to get sued for plagiarism. I have a lot of scary stories to tell that have happened to me and my family. But for now, I can tell, capital T tell. I can tell one that has been on my mind since it happened that happened to my aunt. For a little context, my Aunt Kim, not her actual name, claims she has a hex. My Aunt Kim, her youngest daughter Lily, not actual name either, were home alone sleeping in their rooms. My aunt's room is at the end of a hallway. She woke up in the middle of the night to get a glass of water. She made it halfway through the living room when she looked up and saw a pale lady with a blue dress and distorted face standing in the doorway to the kitchen, pointing at her.
Mm-mm.
My aunt blacked out, and when she, quote, tuned back in or, quote, woke up, she was sitting in her car in the middle of the train tracks.
Oh my God.
When she realized where she was and looked at the time, it was 3 a.m. She called her friend in tears. Her friend managed to calm her down and asked where Lily was and asked if she was with her in the car. Lily was not in the car. She was in the house alone. And when my aunt went back to the house, she realized she left the front door open. She went into the house and saw Lily on the couch. Apparently, Lily woke up and tried to get her attention as she was leaving the house, but my aunt did not acknowledge her. They got their things and spent the rest of the week at my other aunt's house. That's it.
I would, s- I mean, I'd say that sounds like sleepwalking.
I don't
But
know. Who's the pale blue lady?
but like it's specifically stopping on train tracks. That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it does kind of sound like a schizophrenic episode or something like that, but that's no fun.
No, I mean everything about that. Could you imagine just waking up and you're sitting in your car on the train tracks?
No, I can't. I would be terrified.
I would have pissed myself
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah. Because they do say like um schizophrenics see people's faces as distorted, like you can't quite make
Oh,
out who
like,
somebody is.
well,
So
there is like, yeah, yeah, I think I have heard that. I think there's also like kind of face blindness too, but I don't. That might be something different.
the aunt claims that she has a hex, you know. I'm just completely killing the intrigue of this story, but
I'm
because it
like, it's
was
sleepwalking.
she's schizophrenic. But it
Um,
is kind of like imagining that as like a short film or something like that is pretty terrifying. Anytime like waking up in the middle of the night and like seeing people in the
what if she's like
hallway.
just trying to steal children and stuff?
Yeah, well, she could have got that one.
Mm-hmm. I like that as
Yeah.
a short story. Somebody that's
Yeah.
going around stealing kids, like a witch. That's good. That'd be a good
Isn't
story.
that weapons?
Oh, spoilers. But
Oh,
yeah.
I guess so. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen
Oh,
weapons.
yeah, it is.
Okay.
I think you're not really supposed to know it's a witch. Like, I
Oh,
think,
that's the big twist that we've just ruined.
yeah, sort of. I guess. Is it
Cool.
supposed to even be a twist? I don't know. I know you don't really like. I saw it, and it's slowly sort of revealed. Like, it's a very witchy person. But yeah, I don't know. It's not very whatever. Um. Okay, mine is quite. I don't want to read all this.
You got a long one. Good,
Yeah, it's
because
long.
I'm out. Well, I got one more
Okay,
piece that I
good,
would like
because
to read.
I did not I was gonna find, like, another one to have in reserve, but I couldn't find one. I actually just did work today instead of read Reddit, and
Damn,
didn't
that
enjoy
sucks.
it.
That sucks.
But this is a long one, yeah. I'm
All right,
just
let's get
a
to it.
little boozed up and burping, so
That's all right.
okay. What is the scariest thing you've ever seen in your life that you can't explain? See, all of the Ask Reddits are very similar. Um, this is from Malarkey_Bandini, which means maybe it's fake, but it is very good.
Let's just go with it.
Yeah.
We can suspend disbelief if we have to in the spirit of the show.
I mean, I feel like your hunter one with the skinwalker thing could have easily been
Yeah,
not real as well,
that's
you
true.
know?
There's an art to it. Maybe that's a challenge for us as fiction writers. Like we need to figure out how to write a
In a way that
story
feels very
in a
realistic.
way that makes it real. Yeah.
Hmm. Just pretend like you're talking to a friend.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. That's our
Um,
challenge. That's how Mary Shelley created Frankenstein, and who knows what we're going to create from this challenge.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Um, I've seen some pretty wild stuff in my life, but most of it is explainable. The one event that comes to mind was witnessed by my dad, brother, and myself, and it's a two-part encounter, but I still consider it one event. I mean, that seems real.
Yeah, that
Okay.
sounds like it.
It's just a crazy story. This is a bit long and I apologize, but I feel it might be worth the read. It was around 1998. My family and I had just moved into an old clapboard house on the edge of town. That feels fake. This feels fictional. That sentence. I'm going to be picking apart the whole time. An old clapboard house on the edge of town. It had a huge backyard with a 6-foot wooden privacy fence on one side and a metal chain link fence about 4.5 feet high around the other three sides of the yard. Neighbors on one side, the privacy fence side, a small grass alley that ran behind the back with a street light and then another yard, etc. Our bedroom was an old converted sunroom on the back of the house that faces the backyard. It had floor to ceiling windows all along the back wall looking into the backyard. We didn't have many options as to where to place our beds, so my headboard was against the windows, and my brother's
Oh,
bed was about 8 feet away with his headboard against the opposite wall with the foot of the bed facing the windows. So I guess they're kind of facing each other.
yeah, that sounds awful, by the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. Like, why are we not covering these windows?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you leave your windows open all the time. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Not at night.
I thought you did at night.
Oh, I close those things up.
Okay.
Curtains and shit.
Yeah, I don't like people seeing in. One night we were up pretty late. I was in my bed and he was in his just talking about random things when suddenly he got quiet. I figured he fell asleep, but then I heard him whispering in a shaky breath. So I'm like, "What?" And I hear him whisper again. So again I'm like, "Speak up, I can't hear you." And he goes, "Don't move and be quiet," in a forced whisper. But I, thinking he's messing with me, am like, "Bitch, why?" Bitch. um,
This is a real story.
and I'm looking at him, and mind you, my head is to the windows, and he's pointing into the backyard behind my head. So quickly sit up and turn around and see this huge dog head staring almost nose to glass through the window right behind my bed. I'm almost nose to nose with this thing. Just a single pane of glass and about 10 inches of empty air separate me from this thing.
Oh,
N-
fuck.
Now, when I say I screamed, I mean I screamed. Not my proudest moment, but hey, I was like 10 years old. Well, anyways, that thing quickly ducked under the window and then ran to the side of the yard and jumped the 4.5 foot chain link fence and bolted off into the darkness. My dad came running into the room with our mom right on his heels. We were able to get out that something was looking through our window. So dad ran back to his room and grabbed his shotgun and then
Hell
headed out
yeah.
the side door of the house and into the backyard.
Get his ass, Dad.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know, he didn't find anything. Wrote it off as I had a nightmare and my brother wouldn't admit to seeing anything, so I took the blame and was told to quit messing around, go back to bed, typical parent response, etc. Well, later that night, maybe an hour or so after I begged my parents to let me sleep in the living room because leaving the house wasn't an option and still being refused, I was made to sleep in my room. So again, my brother and I are in a room with these floor to ceiling windows. We are just completely rattled. Yeah, you would not be able to sleep after that.
Hell no.
We were both huddled in his bed, staring out the windows, when we see this thing come walking along the chain link fence on all fours, and the fence only comes up to his mid shoulder. So this thing is huge.
Damn.
It sniffs the ground, does a few circles, and then hops the fence into the backyard like it's nothing. It walks over to the window and again gets nose to the glass like it's trying to see in. We are panicking the whole time. My brother's like, fuck this. And soon as he steps off the bed, we hear this loud bang and there's a flash of light. The thing at the windows gets knocked sideways And without even missing a beat, it turns and runs across the full length of backyard, jumps the back chain link fence. It cleared the fence, the alleyway, and then landed in the back neighbor's yard. This is easily a 15 to 20-foot jump minimum, clearing their fence like it was nothing, and it was gone at a dead run. Up beside the house and off into the darkness on the other side. That is a hell of a sentence. Um, My dad comes tearing around the side of the house with a shotgun in hand and makes a mad dash for the side door and slams it shut behind him. He is screaming and hollering, "We gotta go." We pack up and head to a hotel that night. My mom absolutely refused to believe we saw what we said we saw, and we only lived there for about 6 months. It rattled my dad so much he didn't even want to come back. He told my mom that we were just going to move that next day, but she wouldn't allow it. After about 6 months, she conceded and we moved. Mind you, this is in the coastal plains region of Texas. We have no large wild canines here. We have stray dogs and coyotes, but nothing that would even remotely touch on how big this thing was. My dad swears he shot that thing with a slug from about 15 feet away with his 12 gauge shotgun right underneath its left arm, hitting it in the ribs where its vital organs are, and nothing. It just ran off.
Man.
He said that thing freaked him out. He said the thing that freaked him out the most was that when he saw the huge thing jump the fence, it walked towards our window, crouched, but still on its hind legs. It wasn't walking on all fours. And then when it got to our window, it stood up straighter, and he could tell that while it looked like a dog, its body was shaped wrong. He said it looked like a really stocky person wearing a dog suit, but he could tell it wasn't a suit.
Ooh.
Also, that when it was walking in circles, sniffing the ground, God damn it. I keep hitting that chord. That when it was walking in circles, sniffing the ground before coming into our yard the second time, it wasn't actually sniffing the ground like for a scent. It was staring at our window with its face to the ground, like it was acting like it was sniffing the ground, almost as if it was
Mimic.
playing a part to see if anyone would notice it. He said he's had dogs his whole life, and everything about what it was doing was wrong. A
That's
while later, I asked my dad why he was in the backyard, if he thought I was having a nightmare, and he told me my brother is the one that gave it away. He said, with how panicked I looked, that my brother was almost white as a sheet and wouldn't take his eyes off the window. He said, "Your brother has never looked so scared and never been one with just making stuff up." So after going back to his room with my mom, as he was laying there thinking about it, he decided that if my brother was white, as he was, then he had to have seen something. So he grabbed his gun. This is so long. So he grabbed his gun in case
I
he had to
love this
scare,
dad, by the way.
yeah, in case he had to scare some creeper out of our yard, and figured he was going to go through the garage and out by the far side of the house and sneak to the corner to see if someone was peeking in our windows or if someone was actually messing with us. I mean, that makes sense. Just to
Yeah,
see if it's a
absolutely.
person.
It's that parental intuition. It's like
Yeah.
something this isn't
Like, oh, my
right.
kid is actually really freaked out.
Yeah.
He never actually thought we saw a huge dog looking thing, just that maybe with it being dark outside and us being kids with overactive imaginations, maybe we just mistook someone as something. But that's still a
Yeah.
person like staring into their windows.
Yeah, that's what I would think too if
Yeah,
I was the dad, like fucking neighborhood creeps
pervert.
out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when he saw that thing come up the side fence and with the street light in the back alley looking up the backyard, he saw it and it freaked him out. He was going to creep back inside until it went up to our window. And he said, as it stood up, he just got this instant feeling of just dread, like something was going to happen to us. And that's it. I
S
hate that it was like pretending to be dog like.
Yeah.
That's what grosses me out.
That's
So that's why it's
I don't
like
know.
it's written in a way that's like believable. Like it doesn't seem like it's not good prose, but it's also like what the fuck.
Yeah. I like the dad in this story.
Yeah.
Like this is
That's a
actually
good dad.
yeah. Man.
I just hate the idea of like sleeping in a sunroom like that.
Yeah, I mean, me too. That is that's terrifying. It's easy to picture and it just feels like a very vulnerable spot where you're in bed with man, I don't know. I don't know what would have
Dogmen. Dog I mean,
yeah,
there's a lot of dogmen. Dogmen are like a pretty common cryptid that you'd see
yeah.
that come up everywhere.
Do we think it was a cryptid? or like maybe a shapeshifter. You okay?
Just-
You got
Yeah.
to burp again?
I, I was waiting to see. Oh God, there it goes. Um, well, no, I don't think it's a shapeshifter. I don't know. I mean, I guess it could be, I guess. Like, skinwalkers are basically just coyote looking things, like, but they're technically shape shifting witches, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know,
Yeah.
like, but that kind of coyote looking thing, dog men, I mean, it's just such a common cryptid thing. And I guess you would classify a skinwalker as like a cryptid too.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a good story though. I think
It makes me
you've
think of that post where there, do you remember it was like, wake up, honey, a new cryptid drop or something? And
Mhm.
it was because it was like outside of some zoo and it very much looked like somebody wearing like a furry costume or something.
Yeah. I don't know,
What
maybe
if it's
that's what it
just
was.
like furries out at night, dressed
Trying to
up,
find
creeping around, acting
yeah.
like dogs, staring in windows? That's creepy too, though.
It is creepy, yeah. That's like
Especially if it's like a very cartoonish.
the real life creepy. But
And
if
like,
you
no, go
put
ahead.
a slug into one of their sides, they're gonna
That's true.
explode.
Well,
Just if it's a human.
yeah. I mean, I guess that would still be difficult jumping a fence like that.
Yeah, that's true too. Unless they were mutants. I don't know. That's that's freaky. That made me sweat a little bit.
I hated reading with how long that was. I
No, you
really
did
regret.
great.
Okay.
You did a great job. Yeah. I I would like to read something else
Yeah, go for it.
if we have time for it.
I'm
This is
really
not a
sad I didn't pick a fourth because we typically do that. We almost always have one in reserve and we're like, let's just read it.
this is not a Reddit story. This
Okay.
is an original composition. This is a
Oh, you
poem I
wrote it.
wrote.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Um excuse me as I just burped directly into the microphone
Didn't hear it
because
at all.
I'm also drinking bubbly.
Okay.
Um there's a reason I picked this poem to read, but this will be in my next book, Seasons Volume 3, Southern Grit. This is a piece that I wrote titled Entity. Like an entity, not in titty. I said that kind of funny. Entity.
Entity.
Yeah. Um
I'm gonna write a poem called Entity.
in titty. um all right. I stepped through the doorway and took in the low murmur of a dinner party alive with conversation. I was aware I was in a dream, but even if I wasn't, the setting would have been a dead giveaway. Oil lamps and open flames lit the parlor, and a distinct 1920s vernacular hung in the air. No one noticed me, and I felt like I floated through the party out of sight, a silent observer traveling back in time. But the illusion was up in short order. A head turned to face me, and I immediately felt unwanted. Eyes black as coal peered into mine, and without a word, whatever was staring at me said, "You're not welcome here." Following that up with, "You're getting too close." We seemed to be the only two present, aware this was a dream. How unsettling. Uninvited in my own head, my dreams were no longer my own. Whatever the entity was, it wasn't like me. Hostile and threatening, I tried to jar myself awake. I was eventually successful, but as I came to, I still felt I wasn't alone, and a terrifying thought burrowed its way into my brain. Where do you go when your own dreams are no safe haven from the evils beyond the shroud? I wrote that because that was a legit dream I had one night.
Oh no, I
And
hate that. I was gonna say I fucking hate that. When
it
you actually,
was it was fucking I mean, like
you
I
dreamed that something in your own dream in your own brain doesn't want you there, and that you're getting too
yeah.
close.
which most people would be like getting too close, like 1920s oil lamps, the parlor. Like, what is this clue? Like, ooh, this is some sort of awakening, Stony. You should explore what it was. And I was like, no, fuck that. I'm going to go back and watch football. I'm going to
Yeah,
forget I
no.
ever had that. It was I mean, it was one of those mornings like you wake up with chills. You're just covered with chills because,
Oh, I don't have mornings like that.
I mean, just imagine. I have some. I mean, I have some weird dreams, I guess.
Mm,
But just imagine you're in a dream and you know it's in a dream and there's a bunch of people around
yeah.
and suddenly one of them just looks at you and is like, "No, you're not supposed to be here."
That feels very almost like The Shining, almost.
I
Like, I
haven't
don't know,
seen The
the
Shining.
ghosts.
I asked for the book for Christmas though.
Okay.
I don't like scary movies.
It's not really like jump scare. I mean, I don't know. It's old scary, so it's really good, but it's not. I don't know. You watch scary movies.
Yeah, I mean every once in a while, but it's not like, appointment viewing, but I just thought that poem would be a nice little addition for this festive episode.
Yeah, that was good. Thank you for
It's
sharing.
it's technically, it's I stylized it, but it's not like something happened to me yet
I
anyway. I
actually
don't know.
did struggle to stop myself and be like, "This sounds made up." I was gonna do
But
that.
but yeah, that was a real dream and it was quite frightening
Yeah, I
to
would hate
experience
that.
that. Yeah.
That's cool though. Do you actually remember a lot of your dreams?
Yeah, I have most nights, yeah. I
I'm
actually
jealous.
yeah, I most nights I have I mean, that's been like I've written several poems based off of dreams where I just something happens and I'm like, this is so crazy, but there's something I can work with here.
I think the last really interesting but creepy dream I had was I was trying I was wandering around trying to like find the right body parts. So I'm like just going through like hands and be like, no, these aren't right.
Oh my god. That sounds awesome.
Like I was a weird broken doll trying to find like missing parts. It was weird.
Yeah. The other night I had a dream. This is the same night that inspired the one I wrote the other day, but a different dream. Same night. I had multiple dreams.
Yeah.
I had a dream that there was like a catastrophic, like world-ending flood, and all of Nashville was flooded. Like you couldn't even see the skyline anymore, but somehow Mount Juliet survived, like up on the hill.
Mhm.
So in the days since the flood, or in the time since the flood, in the dream, in the setting of this dream, the flood had happened like 20 years ago or something like
Oh.
that. Civilization had been rebuilt and, a bunch of people died, but the people that survived, carried on. And they had basically turned like Mount Juliet had become the beach because it was so close to where this massive flood took place. So I'm in this bar that's like on the water and it's like Panama City Beach, Florida. Like Mount Juliet has turned into Panama City Beach, Florida. And I woke up and was like, "What the fuck, man? That is some crazy
So there's
shit."
like other areas that still are unflooded and
Yeah.
yours is just like the vacation spot. I
Yeah.
love that like just 20 years later we already have vacation spots.
Yeah. It's like, man, what's going on in my head?
Yeah, that's a cool one.
And I kind of thought like that's not a poem. There's a short story in there, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a setting. What happened in the
Yeah.
dream is what I wrote about, but I can't share that on the air. It's very weird.
It's a
Very
sex
weird.
dream.
Very weird. No,
Okay.
no. Um, but yeah, I'm
Okay.
real life stories.
Cool.
Well, that's it. We made it to the end of another edition of Creepy Reddit Stories.
We did. We did it.
Any parting thoughts before we get on out of here?
Um
Yeah, Ross chimes
Yeah.
in. I feel like I'd probably need a vacation pretty quickly after the apocalypse. Yeah, I'm with you.
I feel like there's probably a lot of stuff to sort out before.
It's like all of the stuff from Broadway just floated up in the water to Mount Juliet, and they just picked it up and were like, "Oh, let's rebuild Old Red right here.
Mhm.
Let's turn this into a Margaritaville."
It's funny that that's just like I don't know. Like I just started watching The Last of Us, which I know I'm way behind, but that all happens like 20 years after the event and it's still all terrible. They don't have like vacation spots. But
Well,
also that's like still an active zombie situation, not a flood.
yeah. I mean, what's important? You got to rebuild.
Yeah.
I just
Grocery spots.
the weirdest part is that like picturing it when I was awake, like going back through the dream was like that is fucking mortifying to just look where Nashville used to be and just seeing a body of water. But in the dream, it was just like, hell yeah, get
Yeah.
another round of margaritas, baby. We're living it up. Oh, yeah, that flood that happened. Man, it's crazy what it turned this town into. But aren't we all having fun here?
Just 20 years later.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um yeah. I would say it's good stuff for Halloween is to read Reddit stories and YouTube shorts usually have some pretty good
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Or like I just finished up, you can read The Halloween Tree by Ray Bradbury.
Oh, man, that
It's
looks like a
nice.
classic cover. Yeah, that's a good like
It
read it at
is
school.
it is what 145 pages. Got some illustrations in it
Mm,
too. That's a pretty good little book there. I got it on Thrift Books for $5.
there you go.
It's very festive. It's almost like
Is it a bunch of short
it's
stories?
no, this is actually
Okay.
one story. A lot of his work
Mhm.
is you'll buy a book that'll have a title and you'll think, "Ah, this sounds pretty good." And you'll get chapter to chapter and think, "What the fuck is happening in this book?" And then you realize, "Oh, each chapter is its own short story, separate
Did
of the
you
one before it."
did you watch the R.L. Stein Pumpkinhead movie?
No, I didn't. No,
Okay.
not yet. I mean, I'm up for it. I haven't there's been a lot going on in my life. So, I haven't got to
Yeah.
watch
Oh,
I haven't got to watch anything.
yeah.
I have gone back and I've watched some of the old Universal
You
monster
know.
movies.
Oh,
Frankenstein, the
that's nice.
Wolfman, yeah,
Well, the
stuff like
Wolfman's a
that.
good one.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, that's and I watched Death Becomes Her for the first time.
Oh yeah.
Love
Yep.
that movie and Interview with the Vampire,
The show or the movie?
the movie.
Okay.
It was very I'm not sure how I feel about that ending, but
Yeah.
it was very good
Oh,
stuff
the
up until
ending.
that. Yeah.
Like when Tom Cruise is still alive?
Yeah. I was like,
Okay.
this is it? Like, come on. Give us something. Brad Pitt just disappears. We never see him again.
E- The TV show's really good.
Is it?
It's really good. I'm really liking it.
It made me want to read the book. I'm like, I bet the book's
I
a lot better.
see after watching the TV show, I was like, I'm gonna reread the book, and I was like,
TV show better.
yeah. Well, the book is just, I think they get better, but like Interview with Vampire is hard to read,
Ah, that's a bummer.
and they just don't. I don't know. It's the chemistry between the two is just really good, and it doesn't feel like it's quite there in the book.
Mm. Well, the original Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise movie, or if that's even the original, the one from the 90s, whatever.
Hmm.
Very, I was very impressed by it.
Hmm.
I really liked the acting and the style.
Tom
I
Cruise
was
is a very good actor.
very, very, very much oozing with machismo.
Hmm.
Antonio Banderas is in there too,
Hmm.
and I'm like, man, this is some good shit. And
It
then I
is.
I just don't feel like it really ended with any sort of resolution at all.
Well, the TV show has it,
Mm.
but
I'm
also
gonna
there's
have
other movies. The movies keep going.
do
There's
they?
Queen of the Damned. Yeah, they follow Queen of the Damned has Lestat though. Like they kind of it follows characters. I don't know if
I
they're
didn't know
I
those were
haven't
in the
I've
same
seen
universe.
yeah, I've seen seen Queen of the Damned. I'm not sure.
I liked
I
Queen of
don't
the
know.
Damned. I mean,
Okay,
it's
so
like
you've
one of
seen
those like
that. Okay.
it's like I don't think this is a very good movie, but I'm kind of fucking with it at
hmm
Halloween.
It's been a long time since I've seen it, but yeah, the show's really good too.
Mhm.
Um, their Lestat is very Louis too, very good.
Well, now I'm gonna have to
It's good. I
look
like it a
this
lot
up.
more than the movie.
Oh, there's like what 3 seasons of this?
I don't. The third season is coming out soon,
Hmm.
unless it's already out, and I don't know. I'm very out of touch with entertainment.
Yeah, happens to the best of us. All right,
But it's
let's
good.
get out of here. Let's get out
Okay.
of here. That is going to do it for another episode of Phone It In here on Sobros Network. For the Cryptid Queen Rooster, I'm Stony Keeley, and until next time, you stay classy, phoners.
Bye.